Every now and then in our careers, somebody gives you a piece of advice, which at the time you don't realize is going to have a profound and positive impact on the way you behave and the way you get your job done. And one example of where that happened to me was when I attended a meeting in Cambodia about 8 years ago. It was a regional meeting of Ogilvy and Mather, and I was part of the PR leadership team. And we were in our meeting when the big chief of the region, Miles Young, who's now actually the global CEO of the Ogilvy and Mather group, he came to speak to our group about what he wanted us to do in the year ahead, his bit of advice to the PR leadership team. And I'll never forget when Miles came into the room and he said to us, "What I want you to do next year is I want you to stop being so bloody busy." I've raised this with Miles since, actually, and the last time I spoke to him a few years ago, he couldn't remember having said this, but he said it. And we all wondered, what does Miles mean? Stop being so bloody busy. And then he explained himself, and what he said was this. He said, you know, you leadership team of the PR companies, you are very talented individuals in your area of expertise. You know a lot. You have an enormous amount of insight and value and depth of counsel that you can bring to your clients. But the problem is that you're not doing it often enough because you're too bloody busy in the day-to-day trench warfare of PR. And somehow PR people seem to be so busy, they've got so much on. He said, you need to stop being so busy every now and then. Take time out to reflect upon what is really going on. What is really going on with that client? What is really going on with the way you're managing your role? How can you engage with that client in a more thoughtful, measured, connected way, and then use your skill and your insight and your knowledge and your smarts to give that client outstanding counsel that makes a real and meaningful difference to their challenges or to their own careers and happiness. Stop being so bloody busy. There are two things that I have done and changed in my working modus operandi as a result of those words. The first is that every week I go to my third place and spend an hour and a half in quiet reflection. Now, the third place is a concept, I think it was Starbucks who came up with this concept. You've got home and you've got work, but where's that third place that you can go to where you feel comfortable and you're in an encouraging, creative, inspiring environment where you can spend some time by yourself and reflect? And for me, it's a coffee shop in Crow's Nest in Sydney. I go there every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. if I can. I manage it about 3 Thursdays out of 5. I go to my third place and I sit quietly and I take a big A3 sheet of paper and I doodle on what are the key things I should be focused on. What are my big rocks for the 4 weeks ahead? I think about my family, my wife, my children. I think about my health. I think about my financial management, my own spirituality, my fitness. I think about work, my colleagues, my clients. I think about all the different priorities in my life, and am I focused on the highest priorities? Am I spreading my time in the right way? And I always come out of that hour and a half with clarity, with a clearer direction and a clearer sense of priority. I come out of that hour and a half happier. The second thing I've done as a result of Miles' words is that for the last 7 or 8 years, every week I have breakfast with someone at least 3 times a week. I'm having breakfast with someone. If I'm dropping my kids off at hockey practice at 6:45 in the morning, I might meet that person at 7:10 as the milk's been brought into the coffee shop. If I had dropping them off at 8:15, I'll meet that person at 8:15. Breakfast meetings very rarely last longer than an hour. They start before the day really begins. The person you're having breakfast with and yourself, your mind is uncluttered. And I always have a no agenda type meeting when I sit down with that person, whether it's a client, a colleague, a friend, someone in the business community, and I look them in the eye and I say, how are you? How's it going for you? What's on your mind? What's worrying you? What's exciting you? And I have meaningful, deep conversations. I am getting goosebumps now when I think about this, because it's been one of the joys of my life, is to have breakfast with people. And I hear things and I'm told things that some of these people have never told anybody in their lives. And I really am privileged to have had those conversations. By not being so bloody busy, I have genuine, meaningful connections with people that enables me to have the privileged position to sometimes provide a bit of counsel or an encouraging word or some support, or provide an idea that helps leverage an opportunity or helps alleviate a problem. Stop being so bloody busy. Do it for yourself. Go to your third place, give yourself some clarity, recalibrate, and start again on your priorities. And stop being so bloody busy for the people in your life and your business world who are important to you. Have connected conversations. Give yourself a chance to calm your mind and get connected with people that count. Stop being so bloody busy. It's a great trick to have in your toolkit, a great habit rather to have in your life. Thank you.